Hi, this is the speaking test for International English Language Testing System. My name is Vikas Sharma. I am going to be your IELTS test examiner today. The candidate is Sahil Bodla. The center number is 193434 and the center name is Kurukshetra, Haryana. Today is 16th of December 2023. Hi.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
I am fine, sir. What about you?
Fabulous. Thank you for asking. May I know your full name, please?
My full name is Sahil Bodla. Please call me Sahil.
Sahil, are you a student or do you work?
Nowadays I am a student because I have recently completed my senior secondary education, and nowadays I am working on my English communication skills because I want to go abroad. So I can say that I am a student nowadays.
Can I have your ID, please?
Yes, sir. Please.
Well, thank you, Sahil. Sahil, in this first part for IELTS speaking, I will be asking you some questions about yourself and some topics. So, where are you from?
Well, I am from a village Pabna, which is very beautiful village, which comes under district Kathal and situated in the northern part of India.
So, Sahil, would you say that it's an interesting place to live?
Yes, of course, it is very interesting place because it is a countryside area, and it is very popular due to the historical places are present in my hometown. So all the tourists also visited in my place and regularly. So I can say that it is a very beautiful place to live, and we can learn new and new experience in that kind of places, which because it connected to the history of Mahabharata also. So I can say it is a better place to live.
And how long have you been living here?
Well, since my childhood, I living there because I grow and brought up there, and it also connected to all my feelings since my childhood, and I also love it because I grow and brought up there, and all the friends are related to my hometown, and as well as it also attached to me with emotionally. So I can say it is a better place, and I live there since my childhood.
Do you plan to live here in future as well?
Well, I plan to live there in the future, but I want to go abroad for my further study. So I have to leave the place, and I have to go abroad. So it is very saddest part of my life because I do not want to leave the place because it is connected to me.
So, if you get a chance in future, would you like to come back to this place?
Yes, of course, I will come back in the place in the future because it is connected to me, and I grow and brought up there as I mentioned before, and all the friends are related to my hometown. So I will miss there when I go to abroad. So if I get a chance, so I will go back to my hometown.
Sahil, let's talk about maps now. Are you good at reading map?
Yes, of course, I am very good in reading maps because I am a travel bird and I love to traveling and experience new and new places. So whenever I go to travel, then I use Google Maps for the navigation of my path. So I can say that in this way I am very good in using Google Maps and reading another paper maps also.
How often do you use maps on your phone?
As I mentioned, I am a travel bird and I love to traveling and I experience new and new places. So whenever I go to travel and I go for a traveling, then I use Google Maps for the navigation of my path because I believe I do not want to interact with any kind of person because if we want we can do ourselves. So Google Maps also helps us to navigate the path, and we do not want to interact with any kind of person. So it provides us independence if we want to travel in any kind of place.
Let's talk about running, Sahil. Where do you usually go for running?
Well, I usually go for running in ground and stadium because I believe doing running in a fresh environment is very better for everyone. So I think ground and stadium is very better for everyone because in it is a very quiet place where we can do running, and running also helps to stay healthy. So I believe that these are the places where I go for running.
Do you like running?
Yes, of course, I like running because I believe it is the best way to be healthy mentally or physically because it works as a stress buster. So it will make a person mentally healthy or and it will burn the fat which is harmful for our body. So we can say it will also help physically.
Do you think running is good way to stay healthy?
Yes, of course, as I mentioned, it is a very good way because it burns the extra calorie and fat of our body, which is harmful for us. So, if we do running in the daily basis, so it will help to stay healthy mentally or physically. So, I can say it is a better way to be healthy.
So, which all places do you think are suitable for running?
Well, I think running tracks are very suitable for running because which are specially made for running and it also provide us the better environment. So in that places we can do running. Apart from this, I think stadium and gardens because lots of flowers are also present there, which provides better environment and it also refresh our mind. So I think these are the places where we can go for running and which are suitable for running.
How often do you go for running?
Well, I go for running on the daily basis because I wake up early in the morning and I go for a morning walk daily, which helps us to be energetic and somewhere it also helps to build confidence because if we stay healthy then it will build our confidence and we can experience lots of things by doing running like if we go for morning running then we experience the beauty of nature as well as the checking of birds which helps to refresh our mind.
Well, that's the end of your IELTS speaking part 1, Sahil. In this part 2 for IELTS speaking, I will be giving you a topic to speak upon. You have to speak on this topic for 1 or 2 minutes. You can make notes if you wish to. Here is your pencil and paper and you have 1 minute for the preparation of the notes. You have to talk about a game that you played in your childhood. You can start preparing now. Well, you may begin speaking now.
As we know that childhood plays an important role in everyone's life and everyone do different kind of activities in their childhood like playing games, chit chatting with their friends and as well as there are also number of activities which they do in their childhood. Talking about myself, I also enjoyed my childhood with by doing different kind of activities like playing games with my friends. If I must talk about a particular game which I played in my childhood, is none other than cricket, which is very popular nowadays. I remember that day when I was around 7 to 8 years old. When I came from my school, then I used to gather all my friends for playing the cricket and we did not have the specific equipment for playing cricket so we used to branch of a tree to as a bat in the cricket because we do not have the specific equipment and I was very perfect in the game and I remember that day when I played this game and I was very expert in this game. So all the friends were also appreciated me for my playing skills. And I also played it in the evening when all the friends were free from the homework of their school. And we also played it around 1 to 2 hours because we all were free at that time. So we also want to rejuvenate their mind so I think it was the better game for which we played in my childhood. And I mentioned that we have no specific equipment, so we draw the wicket on the walls because we don't have the specific equipment, and we play cricket in that way. So I think that cricket is very important game for everyone, and it work as a stress buster because it also helps to be physically fit and development of a child. So I think cricket is very important games. Apart from cricket, I also played hide and seek in my childhood, which is very memorable for me because I was very perfect in that game, and no one can find me that the where I hide in that game because I have the playing skills in my childhood, and all the friends were also appreciate me for my playing skills. So I can say that these are the games which I played.
Thank you so much. You can stop now. Can I have your paper and pencil back, please? Thank you. Well, Sahil, in this last part for IELTS speaking, I'll be asking you some general questions about the topic you just spoke about. So you spoke about a game that you played in your childhood, and that is cricket. So do young people want to play alone or with others?
Well, it is hard to generalize because it depends on the mindset of person. Because some person believe that playing games alone is very beneficial for them. However, some believe that playing games with other is beneficial for them. So they usually play game with others. Apart from this, I think it also believe on the nature of a person because some person are introvert in nature, so they do not want to interact with each other, so they usually play
So
games.
what do you think are the benefits of team games?
Well, I think there could be a number of benefits of team games. First of all, it also enhance the communication skills because if we want to play a game in a team, so we have to interact with each other and we have to make plans which helps to enhance the communication skills. Apart from this, I think it also boosts the um, unity of our teammates because if they play in a team, it also enhance their unity and they will perform in a better way. Apart from this, I think it also helps to pay.
Do you think children these days like to play traditional games?
Well, I would say yes and no both because it depends on the person. It depends on person to person because some children are have the mindset that they love to play traditional games as compared to computer games. So they usually play traditional games. However, some children are that have the mindset that they love to play computer games rather than the traditional games. Apart from this, I think it also depends on the facilities because some children have the electronic gadgets like computers in which they play games, and they decided they do not want to play games with others. However, some do not have the facilities and they do not have the electronic gadgets, so they usually play traditional games with others.
What games do Indian children like to play?
Well, there are a number of games which Indian children like to play. First of all is cricket because it is very popular nowadays, and every children has their idol of their cricket man, and they are also fan of their cricketers. So they usually play cricket. Apart from this, I believe volleyball is also a game which is played in my country, and nowadays volleyball is very popular because it played as an international games. So nowadays people also play volleyball.
Let's talk about winning. So, Sahil, do you think winning is important in games?
Well, I have a mixed opinion. I would say yes and no both because it depends on the mindset of person. Because some person have that kind of mindset that they have to win the game rather than they lose the game. So they want to win the game. However, some person believe that take a part in a game is beneficial for them. It doesn't matter they win or lose. Apart from this, I think losing a game somehow somewhere helps to improve ourselves because if we recognize the mistake we have done in losing the game, so we can prepare for the other match and we can improve ourselves from for the future games.
Let's talk about future games. So, what type of games do you think children or youngsters will play in future?
Well, it is hard to generalize because future is unpredictable. But as regarding the present time, I can say that children in the future will play computer games because nowadays gadgets are very popular. So computer games will be very popular in the future, and we can say that nowadays computer games also developing like GTA 6 is also an example of it because it will launch in 2025. So somewhere it also gave the clue that in the future children will play computer games
Let's
rather
talk
than.
about the screen time of children these days. So, why do you think children spend a lot of time in front of screen these days?
Well, there could be a number of reasons behind it. First of all, is their habit and their daily routine, because some children do not manage their daily routine in a perfect way, so they usually use a smartphone and laptops, and they increase their screen time on their daily basis. Apart from this, I think it also depend on the some facilities like they have electronic gadgets and in which they have to learn and taking some online classes also, so in this way they increase their screen timing in the regular.
So, what can the parents do about it?
Well, parents can become their role model because if they motivate their children in a specific way, it is beneficial for their children and for them also, because screen time will have harmful effect on their eyesight. So I think role being a role model of their children, in this way parents can help their children to reduce the screen timing. And apart from this, I think uh, giving a better schedule to their children will also help their children to reduce the screen timing, because if they manage the schedule of their
Well,
children.
thank you so much, Sahil. That's the end of your IELTS speaking test. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.